Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Sky, a former mechanical engineer turned truck driver, and I share what life on the road is really like. This past week has been a big one. If you've seen the last video, if you have watched the last video, you will know in the title that I have started with a new company and I was attending orientation for the last couple weeks. Actually, I only attend orientation for 3 days, but they sent us out for 1 week and we actually got pretty good miles. I think ends up getting about 5,500 miles last week, and I barely just got home 2 days ago. And I have been quite busy, and that is why I didn't really voice over the last video, and it was only a montage of what I have been to. So let's start with the obvious. Why did I leave the last company? Long story short, I wanted more structure, better equipment, and a path to something more specialized. That means more money, obviously, and the money wasn't bad in the last place, but it felt like I was just stuck in a loop. Same kind of runs, same kind of route, and basically reefer all week long, and I knew I wasn't going to grow much if I stayed. So I started researching companies that have a good reps for training and the one that could eventually lead me into more specialized equipments. And surprisingly, I'm going to haul double starting next week, so that should be pretty exciting. And believe it or not, from physics class I have attended in college, hauling double is actually easier than hauling a 53 feet box, because you have a less turning radius for each of the trailer. The last trailer follows your tractor always, and not like 53 feet box where you have to make wide turns. Double, you don't have to make as wide as 53 feet box. So at this point, I will break down the structure of this video. So the first part, I will talk about how the orientation went, and then second, I will talk about how the company is so far, and third, I will talk about where I have been, what cities and the scenery routes I have been to, and lastly, I will talk about the future structure of this channel. Overall, the orientation went pretty smooth. It was only like 3 days, and they flew us out to their training place to do all of the orientation and all of the paperwork. We basically had to watch a bunch of videos. I think it's like 90 something of them, 95 or 98 of them. I basically just fly through all of them like they're all common sense. Basically like, please follow the speed limit, please don't go over 55 miles per hour in California. That was a joke, by the way. Nobody goes 55 in California. That's just, I don't even know why that speed limit exists. But yeah, I finished the videos, all of the videos in under a day, and they also provide us with a place to stay. They actually have their own dorm, and we get to stay there. I mean, there's no complaint to the dorms and the shower and everything else, but the only complaint is the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They are trash. They are just not as good as, but again, it's free, I guess. The people are cool. I met a couple new friends and they are actually pretty nice. They also have a road test and a backing test, and the road tests are pretty much a joke to me, at least. So is the backing test. The backing test, I literally have the whole entire planet to back the trailer into the hole, and the road test is just like easy. I know a lot of people are tripping about the backing. I mean, backing tractor trailer is just basically muscle memory. There's really no science to it. It's just like how you ride a bike. You just hop on, you fail a couple times, and you muscle memory take over once you keep riding the bike, and all of a sudden you can ride a bike down a highway if you want. So continue with the orientation. After the third day, after all the road tests and the backing test and all of the other 20 different trucking trailer tests, we finally got our truck key and our own truck, and we basically got our first load right off the bat, because I have all of the endorsements. I have tweet cards, you name anything. I can fly a plane with my CDL at that point. And this leads to my next point. How is the company so far? The company's procedure is very thorough. Basically, they require a pre-trip, a post-trip, and a DVIR. I have only been with this company for like 2 weeks technically, so I'm not gonna act like I have got all that figured out. Besides that, so far it's been okay. However, the dispatchers have been kind of useless besides giving us the load. I understand that they might have 200 other trucks they will have to monitor and give out loads, but think about it, they're not giving out loads to that 200 trucks every second or every hour, right? They only give out the loads to the 200 trucks when they need it. Meanwhile, as truck drivers, we have to monitor about 200 vehicles on the road every hour. So let's say if I work 10-hour shift, that's over 2,000 plus vehicles I have to monitor constantly to make sure I don't run into people or to make sure people don't run into me. So when a dispatcher told us that, oh, we have 200 trucks to monitor, dude, your precision is not even come close to compare to what we do on the road. So far, 98% of the questions we ask our dispatchers, we always get an answer of, we will get back to you, we'll get back to you, we'll get back to you, and they never do. And most of the time, I'll have to use my critical thinking to figure out the solution to the problem. I'm not saying anything wrong with that, I'm just saying, wouldn't it be nice to have someone that is supposed to do their job to actually do their job and make our job easier? Instead of, oh, just suck it up, this is how trucking is. And this is one of the biggest problem in the trucking industry, because people normalize problems like all the problems are supposed to be your problem and you're not supposed to cry about it and you're not supposed to call for help. But yeah, at least the dispatcher is still giving us load, I guess. And again, I have only been with this company for less than a month, and I think I'll have a pretty good understanding after my third week. And I have seen a lot of bad reviews and some good reviews. I think there are like 1 good reviews for every 5 bad reviews. So right now I only take them as face value. I will have to experience it myself to actually give a good overview of what I think how the company is. Again, despite how useless the dispatchers are, I got things kind of figured out, and everything is pretty smooth so far. We get the miles, we get the load, and there's not much complaining other than that. So after orientation, this company has been sending me to all over the places in the country. As you can see in some of the footages in these videos, I have been to Colorado, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada. Basically, I drove from the I-80 and then come down with the I-15 across Utah and Arizona and Nevada. And I remember the second load, we had to wait 3 hours at the shipper in Las Vegas, and it was 125 degrees. It was super hot and there was no restroom for truckers at all. And as you can probably see in some of my YouTube shorts, I got kind of frustrated about how truck drivers are treated like shit. And don't get me wrong, I know what I'm getting into. I'm only doing this so I can travel the country and experience what it's really like to become a truck driver. There's a lot of people, they talk shit about truck drivers, but they never driven a truck themselves. So I don't think they have the right to say anything about what they don't have experience in. So I just wanted to experience something else besides engineering and something else that is not white collar job. And this brings me to the last point, how I will structure this channel. As I have mentioned earlier how useless the dispatchers are, I really don't know how long I will be out and how long I will be home. But the standard rate is pretty much 1 week out and I get 1 day for every week that I have been out there. I don't know, man, given how trash the dispatchers are, I really don't know what they're saying is true or not. Some of them told me I have to be out there for at least a month to able to get home time. So in this case, doesn't matter what the dispatcher says, don't expect upload every week, maybe every 2 weeks, maybe every month. However, I will be making YouTube shorts daily while I'm out there, and think of the major upload like long videos like this to be like a major episode, and every other YouTube shorts that I make daily are like filler episodes. so you will always get the most up-to-date contents in what I'm doing and what kind of shit I'm getting into and how shitty the trucking industry is, or I don't know how great the trucking industry is. I do it this way because I don't want people to think that, oh, he didn't upload for 2 weeks straight, he must be dead or something. And plus, I want to establish a closer connection with you guys by uploading shorts daily, so you know exactly, again, what's going on. And plus, most of your attention span is not 8 minutes or 10 minutes long anyway, so I think 30 seconds to a minute YouTube short daily for trucking, it's plenty healthy for most of people. Like I say, I haven't hit 6 months yet, so I really can't give anybody a clear answer to whether this is worth my time, worth your time. Obviously it's not worth your time, most of the people wouldn't be a truck driver anyway, but this is only for entertainment and for my personal experience. And this brings the conclusion to this video. I hope you enjoyed the content, I hope you enjoyed the entertainment. If you did like the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more YouTube shorts coming up in the near days. And if you have shit to say, please leave in the comments. You can talk shit about me all you want. Why did you change your career? Why don't you become something else? Why don't you